Add it up, Rob.
Anthony, what was the key defensively for you tonight? Where did you focus the most?
I had the task of guarding Jimmy Butler, and so I just tried to be locked into him. I mean, we know that the last game, he kind of just took over and imposed his will on the game on both ends of the floor, and we just tried to give him a different look. Just tried to make him shoot over a contested hand, finish over, length at the rim, just make it tough for him. It was very easy for him game 3, and we just wanted to switch it up. But I just wanted to use a lot of my energy on the defensive end, just knowing that the other guys on the team were going to, make up that that absence for me on the offensive end. And the guys did a good job of making shots, making plays for our team, especially late game. But defensively, I think we were just better overall. We were locked into what we were doing. We still had mistakes, but some of the mistakes we had, we just covered for each other. Mistakes are going to happen, but we seem like we played with a little bit more sense of urgency tonight.
AD, LeBron said that the reason that he texted the guys about how this was a must-win tonight was that part of it was that he felt like this is one of the biggest games of his career. What was your reaction to sort of getting that message from him, and how much did you feel sort of the importance of getting this one?
Yeah, I mean, he sent that message, and guys already knew. I mean, we felt bad after losing game 3. We didn't play the way we were supposed to play, so guys were already on edge, coming into tonight. And then we see the message from, our leader saying this is a must-win, and he just left it at that. And guys knew coming in that we need to bring our A game. And like I said, we kind of already knew that we had to play a certain way, and that it was a must-win. I mean, we all season said we don't want to be a team that loses 2 in a row, and we have the ability to make that happen. And so we was already on edge about coming in and being ready to do whatever we had to do to get this win.
Ramona Shelburne.
Anthony, how much of you coming to Los Angeles, playing with the Lakers, was the opportunity to learn from LeBron James, but also you learn from guys like Rajon Rondo and how they bring moments like tonight out of you when you hit that 3?
Yeah, I mean, Bron and Doe has been the 2 guys who's really been in my ear a lot throughout these playoffs. I mean, these guys have been here. Bron been here numerous times, and Doe's been here as well. And those 2 guys have been in my ear, just helping me through the journey. First time here, playing on a big stage in LA. Those 2 guys have been very helpful for me, just keeping me, in the moment, not looking too far ahead. When I'm playing bad, not getting down. Body language, being a leader, all these things. So, the credit goes to them of the success that I'm having individually, because without them, no telling where I'll be. Those 2 guys have been on my shoulders about almost anything you can think of trying to help me become a champion.
Bells.
All right, David Benedict.
Jimmy went 5 for 5 in the first quarter, and then I think he went 3 for 12 from then on, and there were a lot of possessions with you on him. How much of that defensive switch was on you personally? Was it decided by the coaching staff? And what's the feeling to make an impact on what LeBron called a must-win game with your defense?
A little bit of both. I mean, we just wanted to give him a different look, honestly, and we're asking a lot out of Bron. And so I just told Bron, I mean, I'll take him. You're coming down, and we want you to run the screen and roll, get in the paint, get foul, find guys, and get back, guard Jimmy. Like, I'll take some of that, that load off of him, and I'll guard him. And if I pick up a quick foul, then you take him. And then if Markieff come in, he takes him. But I wasn't in foul trouble tonight, and I was able to stay on him most of the game. But coming in with the mindset of knowing what he just did towards Game 3, very easy for him. The floor was very open. He got what he wanted, and knew me coming in, knowing that I was guarding him. I just wanted to take all that away and just make it difficult for him. And I just did that to the best of my abilities tonight.
Given the way the Heat won Game 3 and the players they were without, it sort of seemed like after that game they were willing to outwork you for that particular win. Did you feel that, and how much motivation did that sort of element, wanting to work at least as hard, if not harder than the Heat, motivated you in this game?
As a team, we never want to be outworked. We always say that if we're a team that's more physical, the hardest working team, then we really have a great chance of winning basketball games, especially with the talent that we have. So we feel like we got bullied. We feel like we got outworked. They're more scrappier than us, and we didn't like that. We saw it on film. They were doing whatever they wanted, especially Jimmy. And like I said, we didn't like it, so we wanted to come out and just be, demanding on the defensive end, demanding on the offensive end, playing with grit, diving on the floor, loose balls, talking, being scrappy. And we're able to do that tonight. If we play like that every game, especially next game, then we can become champions.
Rachel? AD, I know a lot of you guys didn't play on the same team as each other last year, but a lot of the individual players on this Lakers team didn't have the best defensive numbers of their career going into this season. How did Frank Vogel emphasize defense right from the start of training camp, and why do you think so many guys were able to raise their game in the way they just hadn't the previous few years?
He got on us from day one about defense. Obviously guys know he's a defensive-minded coach, and we know that if we want to win, you're going to have to play defense. Obviously, offense. And you can look at teams. When I was in New Orleans, Alvin used to say it all the time. He used to preach defense. I had the best offensive team in Phoenix. We would score 130, and we would never get past the second round Western Conference Finals because we didn't play defense. So, and it's cliche. You hear it all the time. Defense wins championships. So, in order for you to win, you gotta defend, and that's what we try to do. He told us that from day one that we're going to be a defensive-minded team because that leads to fast break points. When we want to run, we want to get stops and run, and the only way you can run is if you get stopped. So guys just kind of bought into it. We trust them, we trust each other, we can trust each other on rotations. The guys are talking, and that's why when we have defensive breakdowns, not more so offensively, but defensively because we know what we're capable of doing, and guys take pride in their defense. We work on defense every day in practice. We're for sure going to do defense because guys want to be better at it, and we know it's going to help us get to our goal.
All right, last three questions. Will?
All right, thank you. Mark Medina?
Anthony, there were a few plays where you took some hits to your eye, the fall. How are you holding up from those, and what was the key in playing through those things?
I'm not going to come out the game. I'm fine. It's happened. It's basketball plays. It's the finals. The games are physical. Plays happen where guys get hit. But you got to be willing to leave it all on the floor. JaVale told us before the game, we should come back into the locker room exhausted. Leave it all on the floor. So, it was some, just random plays that happen, get hit in the eye, and then get hit in the leg by AC. But just got to shake it off and fight through it. We got 2 days off, to get back healthy and get ready for Game 5.
Melissa?
Hey, AD, is it common for LeBron to send texts about games, calling them must-wins, or is that the first time he's ever done that this season?
I think that might be the first time for sure here in the bubble. Usually when we play bad, he'll send texts or I'll send texts and just, tell guys we're fine. We'll be okay.